Hey, how's it going? It's Anthony Cox here. Welcome to episode 2 of Vote Mark Anthony Cox. Today we went to the Alaska School Choice Expo, and let me tell you, it was amazing. We had to take a detour so that I could see my old stomping grounds for a moment. The years of high school, we all have our memories. Mine filled with so many people, students who are now parents, and it's just really cool being able to now show my kids, hey, this is where your father came from, and he turned out to be quite all right. But yeah, this event was absolutely loud. Let me tell you here, I'm going to show you a little clip just to show you how loud and packed it was. Exactly. So that was the Alaska School Choice Expo in there. My big thing was making sure to get a pulse on how these programs are doing. What was the interaction like with them and the school district or the school board? Are they being received well? Because the big thing that they're offering is opportunity for anyone's child to learn the way that fits them best. Me and you probably went through the public school system, didn't really know and or think about things like King Tech or think about things like technical career school. We're so focused on eventually getting to college, and some of us had an app for it and could do it, and others struggled and found other things to do. So the thing about the School Choice Expo, what I loved about, especially being a parent, is that any parent that's having either issues or any parent that's just trying to be prudent and think ahead, or any parent that's just dissatisfied with what's happening currently in the school district now has an opportunity to go to these, multiple institutions essentially. You have charter school, you've got homeschooling assistance programs, you've got partnerships, all these things available for a parent whether they would like to drop their kids off to a location or whether they want to do the learning at home. It's so cool, and I'm a big proponent of making sure all funding towards education goes towards education. That goes for the district, that goes for these charter schools, that goes for anywhere where education is being done in the state. We have obligation from the last Constitution to fund it anyway. So now I just want to be the voice of reason as a school board member to make sure that that funding goes towards anybody helping us do what we are here to do, which is make sure that our kids are set up for success in life through education. They are friends of mine. They are they're kind of just the backbone of education. It used to be simple enough where we could get it all done in house, but now it just makes sense here in 2025 to have these organizations that already have the teachers and have curriculum that works make our students that much more better. And the thing is, here's a big point: a parent that pays for education through property tax, which is essentially our only tax, right? They, if they have a kid in, let's say, private school, they're paying for the kid in public school. And the parent that has a kid in public school is paying for anybody utilizing public school education. But wouldn't it make sense that if the parent who doesn't have a kid in private school to have their money go towards them, and the parent that does have a kid in private school, not in public school, also have money and funding follow them? It's just really rational, and that's why it's not currently happening. But with me as a school board member, I would ensure that the partnerships at the charter schools, private schools, anyone doing education in Anchorage and making our students better has that funding necessary. It's a really big difference between me and the candidate that I'm going against, Kelly Lesson. So if anything, it just makes it easier for voters to choose. Like, do you want the person who wants to make sure that not every kid gets educated just because they don't happen to be in they don't happen to have the same education that is coming out of Anchorage School District? And I really dislike how much we have to stand on this hill of our standardized scores being lower than a majority of states. That's a fact. I don't believe that's indicative of the success of a student, is how well they test. But seeing as it is something that we can look at objectively, all these partner schools, all of these charter schools, all these private schools are doing better in a standardized test format. So just numbers here. It would make sense if a student has the opportunity to do either. And that's my big point. If they have an opportunity to do either, then let them get the education that they need. And that's what the School Choice Expo was about. That's why I absolutely loved it. That's why, as a parent or just anyone interested in how kids are being educated, I would encourage you to go to the next one in 2026. So thank you so much for tuning in this episode 2 Alaska School Choice Expo 2025. It was a great time. We'll see you next time. There's so much things to be accomplished. Number one being getting you to vote. So don't be a fool on April 1st. Make sure you vote for Mark Anthony Cox, Anchorage School Board CP. Till next time.